Welcome back to OHL Prime Time. The score after one period of play, the Brampton Battalion jump ahead of the Guelph Storm 1-0 on a late goal by Jay McClement, and we're pleased to be joined right now by injured Brampton Battalion and Captain Kurt MacSweyn of the Brampton Battalion. Kurt, thanks very much for joining us here. Obviously, a bitterness. Your last game as an OHL player, and you can't be in the lineup. What are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. It's really disappointing to play 4 years and be here and put my heart and soul into the thing and not even be able to finish off the year. I know my Aaron Van Lutzen's kind of in the same boat. He's been injured all year, and neither of us really get to play too much in the final end of the season. Now we're not even going to make the playoffs, and kind of disappointing the way we ended our career here, but I guess that's hockey life.
It was a disappointing season all around. As you said, you've had various injuries off and on. You've never really had a full lineup that you've been able to put together, and I guess that hindered you a little bit. You just weren't able to mesh as a team and put something together, put a streak together.
Yeah, definitely. It just seemed like every time we started putting something together, we got an injury or guys had to go away or certain things like that, and we just didn't get the bounces this year, and unfortunately we weren't going to make the playoffs, so I guess the guys are just playing for pride right now.
You mentioned the bounces, and we talk as well as the fact that a lot of the games you were in were 1 goals, and a lot of those were 1-goal losses. Do you look back in those and think, geez, what might have been?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of games that we're looking back in the season now, and we're just like, if we would have won this, if we would have done that. But I guess right now it's way too late to figure out to do something different in those games, and we're just going to have to hopefully rebuild for next year.
Well, now it comes to the question of where do you go from here as a player in the Ontario Hockey League. I know a lot of people look to that. What are your future plans?
Actually, I'm not sure what's going to go on for next year. I'm looking at a bunch of different possibilities. I'd like to get a tryout somewhere if I could, but if that doesn't happen, I'm definitely looking at either going the school route or looking over in Europe or something like that. So I'm just keeping my options open right now.
That's nice to know, and certainly if you go through the school route, I know there's a lot of good CIAU teams out there that will be looking for a quality player like yourself, but obviously you want to try to keep your options open. Has anything come along the way that may have piqued your interest for next year?
I haven't really focused too much on anything yet. I'm just going to wait until the season's done, then we'll see. I'll have my agent I'll talk to him, and I'll see what went on there, and we'll just see how it goes. Definitely, there's a lot of good school teams out there and good schools that if that's the route I go, I would be pleased to be happy to go that way too.
Let's go back to a couple of questions. You mentioned the fact that the Brampton Battalion are playing for pride, and certainly when you look at the product right now, that's the game right now, certainly that's what you're doing. If anybody thought that the Brampton Battalion were going to come out here and not give it their all, that's been quashed. You take a 1-0 lead in here, and you've got a ringside seat. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, definitely. The guys are playing good. They're coming out hard, and they don't want to lose this game. They had a great game in Erie, walking into Erie and beat them 7-1. And they were the hottest team in the league at the time, so I was really proud of the guys up there, and they're definitely playing a good game tonight, and hopefully we'll take out the win.
Yeah, obviously, and this is being your last game as a Brampton Battalion. I know it's hard on you. You're not being able to play here, but I know that I haven't been with the Brampton Battalion for very long, but I do know from my Mississauga Ice Dog days, you were always accommodating for us, and you've always been a class act and a great team leader, and we really appreciate you coming on here. Good luck for the rest of your career, and it's been fun watching you with the Brampton Battalion, and hopefully you come back and you can catch a couple of games as an alum.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to come back and catch a couple of games, and hopefully the guys will be winning the Mem Cup by then. Thanks a lot.
Thanks very much. Take care of yourself, Kurt.
Yeah, you too.
Kurt MacSweyn, the captain of the Brampton Battalion, a member of the Brampton Battalion since day one. It's going to be sorely missed, his last game here, but always looks good in uniform, in his suit. Looks better than me. I don't like that. Anyway, we're right back in OHL Primetime right after these messages.